Welcome to Tran Plays Zelter. This is early access. The game has had a bit of controversy surrounding it, largely regular indie problems. I'm just gonna go ahead and play the game and let you see for yourself if this is something you're interested in trying. First off, I did decide that we're going to do tutorial mode together. I thought about jumping straight to Pioneer mode, but then I realized that because I'm already bad at explaining stuff, if we add a time crunch to that, I'm probably not going to be able to explain anything. Except for the very beginning, the clock is always running. Whether you're in your backpack, listening to people talk, whatever it is, the clock's always running. That's kind of obnoxious in survival games. Welcome to the training center. As the situation is urgent, we'll be focusing on training you in the most necessary skills for survival. With this spacebar here, that kind of tells me that it's paused, but once I go past this next message, even though he's talking, the clock will be running. First of all, let's see how you move. Try moving by pressing WASD. Well done. Now on to interactions. Press the F key to open the door and space key to pick up the dropped item. So one thing to note is that your character not only is facing wherever you're putting your cursor, but your character moves faster if you're running to your cursor. So in this case, let's say that I'm facing a zombie right here and I'm backing away. Oh, look how slow that is. So what I'd want to do is I'd want to face the direction I want to run, then turn around and attack it, and then continue running. So I may do this flick back and forth. I'm not sure. But that's not me trying to be obnoxious. That's because I don't want to be backpedaling. Press the F key to open the door and space key to pick up the dropped item. That's great. Next is dodging. During battle, you can dodge enemy attacks by rolling. While moving, click right mouse button to roll. Great. You learn fast. Sometimes you'll need to walk silently past zombies undetected. While moving, hold shift to sneak. Well done. This is useful if you need to safely get past zombies, no matter how many there are. Next is attacking and getting resources. Press left mouse button to attack. You can get hold of different stuff for killing zombies or interacting with objects. Excellent. Now let's learn about equipping objects. Press B to open the bag. Drag and drop the tools from the bag to quick slots to equip them. When you want to use an item, press the number key to select the quick slot and then use the item by clicking left mouse button. To survive, you'll need to gather various resources. Let's get some wood. Equip a stone axe and chop down a tree to harvest wood. In this tutorial mode, these things here are permanent, or at least they have a lot of durability. Normally, a tree has much less durability. You can probably harvest it maybe 4 times or so. Don't think that a tree is going to give you so much wood like in the tutorial. Well done! Keep in mind that some equipment is better suited for harvesting specific resources, so be sure to pick the right tool for the job. Let's go ahead and collect herbs. Herbs are mostly found in woods and gardens. Go to the area marked with an arrow and start collecting. Nice! Herbs are essential for making medicine and can also give you various temporary boosts. Next on the list is mining. Find rocks and use a stone pickaxe to get some stones. And don't forget, there are certain tools that are better suited for harvesting specific resources, so choose carefully. So the reason why I'm hitting other things besides my intended target is so that he can finish his dialogue. Wow, you're strong. Nice work. You probably won't enjoy this next part, but let's smash up a garbage pile. The stone mallet works best for this. Garbage piles can mainly be found in residential areas. Otherwise, if I do the objective right away, it cuts them off. Garbage piles can contain lots of good stuff, including plastic, glass, and rags. They come in handy when you're in a hurry. It's not the most glamorous job in the world, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Nicely done. Oh, look at you, you've leveled up. With every level up, you can unlock one of your talents. Press T to open the talent window and double-click the talent you want to unlock. You won't be able to reset the talent points, so choose carefully. Probably should have looked. Oh, here we go. Alright, so this is the strength tree, and this is the agility tree, and this is the intelligence tree. I think during the gameplay, we'll actually try for this one. It says the amount of resources required to craft an item is reduced by 40%. This might mean that I get 40% more bullets. I don't know. I mean, not directly, just because I have more of the iron and copper and stuff and gunpowder available. I didn't use all of it. 40% sounds like a huge chunk of change, so I think during the actual gameplay, we're going to go for intelligence. We start here, kind of like Path of Exile, or Sands of Salazar. You start kind of in the middle, and then you work your way out. But the nodes are, of course, far simpler. There is a combo thing that you can only get if you have completed the nodes between them. So I can only get this if I got this and this. So for example, this one just gives me +3 dexterity. This one gives me +3 strength. But picking this one would give me 4 each. So it's far superior. That's 8 points instead of 3. Down here, you'll see that it says 0.2 next to Master of Life. So this I would require to save up a point in order to get the final bulb or node or whatever you want to call it. So we not only have hybrid nodes, but we also have final nodes. And then it says next levels 4 for the next talent point.
Now on to production. Press C to open the crafting window and craft an oven. Once the item is ready, it'll go into your bag. Open the bag and drag the oven to a quick slot, then place it on the ground. And don't forget to gather the resources needed to craft an oven.
Things will not generally be lit up. That's just for the tutorial or quest object. So by clicking on it, we can see here that I can change the number. And by changing the number, it changes how many of the resources are being consumed. We are having 10 of our stones being used for this and 6 of our wood. Wood, again, it's not like an expert at the game or anything. That's why I open up with Tran plays instead of Tran wins, because I don't know how far I'll actually get. I find it's difficult to get wood in the game. Perhaps in earlier builds, you just pick up sticks off the floor, but I haven't seen anything like that. We can place this oven anywhere. We can place it inside. We can place it outside. It doesn't, as far as I know, it doesn't appear to matter. We can rotate it, which is kind of cool. You'll notice that there's even a back facing.
Nice job. In the oven, you can burn and melt resources, as well as craft ammunition, such as bullets. They'll be essential to your survival. Shall we try using the blast furnace to produce charcoal? Get close to the blast furnace. Enter the interaction key and place the branch on the selected area.
Okay, I don't understand the purpose of this. I think they're trying to make it more complicated. I know how to craft. I get that. If I want to, say, craft anything in here, I would just click on this and they'll tell me what things to throw in here. So, for example, this lights up wood. And if I click on this, this lights up my saltpeter. So I get that. What I don't get is, why do they bother with this? Here, let me go ahead and just toss this in right now. And while that crafts. So if I open the regular crafting menu, hold on, let me finish this. Make sure I don't miss any dialogue.
When crafting installations in automatic mode, it'll be helpful if you remember the required materials.
That's automatic mode, okay? That's what they call it.
Now let's craft a wooden workbench. This is similar to how you crafted the blast furnace. Press C button to open the crafting window. Craft a wooden workbench and place it.
We'll let that make charcoal for a little bit. I don't need to make it all into charcoal, but that's fine. We're going to leave it alone. So if I were to go to crafting menu, remember how we crafted that blast furnace? All I had to do was click on this and then click the craft button. I didn't have to select the stone and select wood out of my inventory. This looks more like automatic mode. This seems more purposeless. Why? Why are we doing this? If I want charcoal, just have me do that and then have me click a craft button. For example, I'm going to need iron, right? So I will need to throw this in and the charcoal, which is hard to see as being lit up. It's barely noticeable. Really, what I would look for is not the item itself, but the number is more lit up. So when we come back to this to melt iron, you'll see, you'll kind of have a better feel for how crafting is done in both kinds of windows. I just don't know why both kinds exist. Just stick to one, and I prefer this one. So we need iron. Before we can build this ordinary workbench, we're going to need to get 8 iron to it. Let's go ahead and we would select this. Then we're going to toss this in. We can just do it by right-clicking and toss this in. So I don't actually have to sit here for that, but there's really not much we need to do because this is just a tutorial and we wouldn't be able to keep anything. You can walk around a little bit. We do need to wait for the iron. So the question mark indicates that they've noticed something, but they haven't quite noticed you yet. When animals notice you, then they'll run away. When zombies notice you, they'll just charge at you. These are the fast zombies. Contrary to the intro cutscene, the game itself art, that tends to be more pixelated, cutesy style, I guess. There'll be zombies with a bag over his head, that kind of stuff. But in the intro cutscene, it's kind of gory. I mean, I'm not easily disturbed by it or anything, but I wonder if I put this on my channel, are people going to be disturbed by this imagery? So that's probably enough iron. So now I can make this ordinary workbench. That was way easier. Now, when she's crafting something, you can't move while you're doing it, or you just have to start over. Go and pop the workbench down.
You're a hard worker. Nice. At the ordinary workbench, you can craft basic items and weapons. Here's a tip. To see other working stations, press C to open the crafting window, and click on the arrows at the top of the tablet.
So when you press C over here, it's right now we're in handcrafted menu. What this means is this is stuff that I can craft on the go without any sort of furniture. If I'm pressing C over here, it's kind of defaults to the furniture. And now we're in engineering. If I want to go to handcrafted, I'll pick either left or right. The reason why it's handcrafted is for both is because once I unlock other things like welding or whatever, that's where these will pop up. So this is the engineering workbench. And all this stuff takes place at the engineering bench. I can upgrade it and get more stuff. But for right now, we're just going to switch to handcrafting like they say.
This will help to quickly switch between the nearby workbenches without having to separately interact with them. Note that the currently targeted workbench is displayed first. You're thirsty because you're in a hurry, huh? I'll tell you more about the drinking water then. As you keep exploring, you will find places where you can get water, such as sinks or taps. Don't worry if it's broken. Now I'm going to show you the way to fix it by using the repair hammer. Move to the broken water supply with the repair hammer equipped in the quick slot. You will see the materials for repairing installations. After getting the materials, left click on the water supply to fix it perfectly.
I don't know why they say perfectly. I guess when they want you to have it at 100%. There's no active reload as in Gears of War to repair it perfectly. It just, I think they mean get it to 100%. So if I try to interact with this, it'll say it has this icon meaning that you must repair it before you can use it. We do have a repair hammer. Let's go and equip that. And we can see that it takes one iron chunk. That's what those are. Do I have any iron chunks with me left? Yeah, we have 53 hunk of irons, and we have 4 iron bars. So every time I interact with this, it'll repair it by a set amount, not based on how long you hold it down or anything. Every swing is a certain amount. It'll repair it by a certain amount and consume that much resources. So this can be kind of obnoxious if, for example, something had 1 damage, you still get to repair it. So maybe an enemy suicider bombs your wall, you have 3-4 different pieces of wall to repair. Why is it no? Okay, that must not have been close enough.
Look how quick you fixed it. You can tell you're getting handier now. Now let's learn about food. As time goes by, you'll get hungrier, but there's no guarantee you'll have enough food. Over time, the food will even start to rot. In this case, you can solve the food shortage by hunting animals or farming. Now let's craft a farming tool. Once it's done, drag the farming tool to a quick slot and plow 4 garden beds.
So, about the food and thirst. First off, it goes thirst and hunger here, but when you look at your tablet, it goes hunger and thirst. You get hungrier faster than you get thirsty, and I kind of timed it because you know how I roll on this channel. I made my own calculator to figure out how long I could survive without hunger or thirst and how much food I need to grow. Basically, I think, and I haven't put in the application yet, but if my numbers are right, 4 potatoes a day is enough to feed you. So you'll need 4 planted potatoes per person in your colony. It's not really a colony, but we'll get to that later. Your character will die after less than 1 day of hunger and about 33 hours for thirst. You don't die immediately. You just start losing 4 to 5 health once you would have reached -1 hunger or thirst. A lot of so-called survival games are advanced Tamagotchi, or however you say that, simulators. I don't want to babysit these characters. I know he told me to go prepare some crops, but let's go ahead and do some quick gunplay because he did mention meat, and the tutorial does not actually cover this part. Let's go ahead and chuck some of this to the floor. Chuck that. We don't need that, that, or that. Alright, shotgun. Here's how many we've got loaded in and how many we've got in reserve. So let's hunt rabbits with the shotgun. Alright, we have different pieces. They will pretty consistently drop meat, and sometimes they drop leather, and rabbit liver, a local delicacy. Alright, let's try other weapons now. Dump that, and dump that. This is a submachine gun. The SMG fires faster than the automatic carbine, but is less accurate. Alright, this is an RM16 rifle. It has slower rate of fire, but it's more accurate. This is a RM1 rifle, semi-automatic with excellent range. Yeesh. Okay. Alright, let's get to planting. I don't actually need a fire, but just so you can see what I'm doing. So that's one of the things I was trying to figure is, will I be able to play this in game at night? In fact, let me see if there is a setting for gamma. I don't think there was, because I just pretty much always check this first thing. No, there's not. Having the right tool does give you slightly greater efficiency as terms. I think the game currently only cares about damage. So, for example, if I use, say, this rifle, am I hitting these? It doesn't look like I'm actually hitting them. Try hitting. Use this axe. You see, we got 2 and 1. Whereas if we use, say, this sickle, 3 and 1. Okay, and I know that happened to be more efficient or more items, but I think that was just random chance. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. All right, now we need a garden bed.
Well done. You can now plant and grow crops in the plowed beds. Looks like we don't have any crops to plant. Why don't you harvest some of the crops I prepared? Follow the compass arrow in the missions interface in the top right corner of the screen to find them. Go ahead and harvest the crops.
My character's about to get hungry very soon. At the below 20, your character is no longer able to do stuff like dodge and such. We'll actually just eat these potatoes outright. Nom 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 nom. It's kind of obnoxious that you have to eat so much in this game. Like, I just had to eat 7 potatoes and my character's not full. Look, I know it's not cooked, but I don't know. I don't personally know anybody that could eat 7 potatoes and not be full. Again, you in a normal environment, you wouldn't be able to harvest this many times. And yeah, I know I'm using an axe. I'm just trying to... 2... There, see, there's a 3 and a 1 right there.
Now let's go back to our garden beds and plant those crops. As you reach the garden beds, drag the crops to one of the quick slots and then plant them in the field. Crops grow slowly on their own, but can grow faster during rainfall or if watered.
I have never seen it rain, but maybe that is a thing. By the way, that sound is obnoxious, but whatever. It takes roughly 22 or 20 to 20. It takes roughly 1 day for your crops to grow.
Well done! As a reward for the completed missions, a drone will drop supply boxes with additional resources for you. Press M to open the map and find the location of the supply box.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Can you see the skull icon at the top left of the screen? When you're attacked by zombies, your infection meter goes up. And when it's full, Well, there'll be one more brain-dead zombie in the world. But cheer up. To help you out, along the drone supplies you'll find antibiotics, which can lower infection levels. Let's take a look at the water icon in the upper left corner. Water is essential for survival. If the water pump breaks down, you won't be able to get water from the tap. Press M to check the location of the faulty water pump. Go there and examine it.
Okay, so now all sources of free water, sinks and taps, are inoperable until we fix this.
When you press the red button on the pump, the pressure will rise. When you press the gray button, the pressure will lower. Pay attention to the scale at the top. Click the arrow button so the pressure level bar stays blue for a certain period of time. This way, you'll successfully repair the pump. Your goal is to adjust all 4 pressure bars so that they turn blue.
Okay, that's all. These are all obnoxious sounds, game. Alright, so let's go ahead and we need to just make this blue. Then we're going to balance it out so that this bar fills up. Then we're on this chamber, so we need to make this higher so that it's going to be blue. And then this chamber will fill up. So that's basically it. So this is higher, so we're going to lower the pressure. Once it's blue, that's my timer for that gauge. And there we go. Let's get our reward of fresh water.
Perfect. Now, time to fix the generator. If the generator breaks down, your tablet and other electronic devices will stop working. Press M to check the location of the faulty generator. Go there and examine it. When the voltmeter needle is within the red zone, click the red button to repair the generator. Do it several times until the generator is fixed.
Alright, so that's my progress bar. Missing it causes a reduction in your progress bar.
Great job! Looks like you've learned everything. Oh my god, I almost forgot the most important thing. How to rescue civilians. To do this, approach a civilian and talk to them to calm them down. They will then follow you to a safe place.
Alright, so every time you get a civilian, I think you get a perk that can be random. If I pick leave, I don't get any of these perks. The third perk is really just a resource, which is useful if you don't want to fill up your perks with bad things. We can only have 4 perks total. So if I were to get trash perks, I don't know, maybe you don't like roll and shoot. Perhaps you're playing a game with no dodges or something. I don't know, whatever the case is, this is going to be permanent. I don't think you can ever unlearn it, disable it, whatever. In this case, we'll go ahead and just get combat supplies. And they gave me gloves, which we'll look at.
Whenever you rescue a civilian, you'll get a special perk as a reward. You can choose one perk you want to keep.
Oh darn, I'll have to read that. I'll add that in post.
Now, shall we make the rescued civilians into our companions? Press the F key to get close and talk to them. Tap the recruit button in the view information window.
Generally the civilian starts with 15 stats as far as I can tell. I haven't really learned much more than that. And I think if these go to 0, they'll start dying, and if this reaches 100, they die immediately. I think that's how it works. So we got ourselves a furry, okay? He has 170 hit points, which is greater than normal.
If you achieve a higher level and show charisma, you can gradually recruit more civilians as allies. You can use the Colleagues tab with the tablet to give recruited civilians commands or have them perform various roles. So if you have the chance, let's take an interest in and try to understand them. Looks like it's time to part ways. The helicopter will be here soon to take you to the area of operation. Lead the rescued civilian to the highlighted area under the helicopter. As soon as they're there, a green gauge above their head will start to fill up. When the gauge is full, the civilian will start to climb the ladder. The survivors can be in either follow or standby modes. What? How did the zombies get here? Quick, evacuate! When the green gauge is full, you can get up the ladder.
If I wanted to check them out, every civilian has stuff on them, but you can't really access it until you recruit them. In this version of the game, you need to be level 7 to recruit them. So not that we really need to equip him, but this is how you would do it. And if I needed to give him food... And there we go. And I can give them water and stuff, but they'll also find things on their own if they're not following you. About 10 seconds by looking at the watch to fill up that bar. And then you have to press F when you're ready.
Oh no! You were injured! Hang in there, the medics will patch you up!
No, they never hit me, but whatever. Alright, and that was the tutorial. So let's jump into the game itself. So we have a choice between challenge mode, probably is better for our video, but the person who introduced me to this game, Rayman, he's doing challenge mode, so we'll leave him to that, and so we'll tackle pioneer mode. Challenge mode is a 6-day operation, and it says death is permanent. Okay, this is gonna sound stupid. I don't know what that means. Maybe it means it deletes your save, because it's not like you respawn. So if I pick pioneer mode and then run my character off to die, he doesn't respawn at his bed or anything. The game is over, but you can load your save. So I'm thinking in challenge mode it deletes your save? I don't know. So this is the default character art, or whatever you want to call it. So even though I will go and change how our character looks, it will not be reflected in the game art. Not surprising. He will with medium hair 1, I guess. I'll play until the start of the next day, and that should be Tuesday's episode. Hideous creatures who were once humans appeared out of nowhere. They attacked all living beings, leaving only dead bodies in their wake. And the dead, they rose again to kill yet more people. It was truly horrific. The government was at a total loss. Troops were mobilized to block areas, roads were destroyed, and cities burned down. Those who were stranded had to fight, run, or hide for their survival. Having cordoned off the danger zones, the government began to recruit experts to embark on rescue missions. Those with nothing left to lose soon volunteered. And that's exactly how you ended up here. You've got a lot of nerve. Can't believe you just walk into this hell. As you know, this place is full of zombies. Well, the people who survived won't be able to endure for long, and they'll eventually all become zombies. I've assigned a mission to broadcast to the survivors through this transmission tower. I just announced that you've arrived, and soon the survivors will come to you. You're ready to rescue people. Come and meet me. I'll call you a rescue helicopter. But the zombies will swarm in when they hear the helicopter. So get ready before calling. Oh Lord, I heard the rescue team is coming, so I packed some items in the box. Those are nothing special, but please use them well. You are their only hope. Hope you get a lot of people out of here. I'm a rescue helicopter. The text in the intro cinematic automatically goes by very quickly for reading aloud, so I had to abridge some sections so it wouldn't sound rushed. So we'll play for about, I guess we'll stop at 6 a.m. the next game day, and if people really like it, we'll make this into a short series. Alright, so the city itself, it's kind of a gridded block. So here's the first grid, and then here's another next block. So right now I'm in a northwest block above it. What do I need to craft bandages? Rags. Or get plastic and wood, that works too. So if you're moving when you try to heal yourself, you stop healing. Whenever I'm doing this, we'll just stay absolutely still. What I'm working on right now is I'm trying to secure the area around my base. Zombies do just spawn freely, which is kind of annoying. I didn't even see that. They spawn by just emerging from the ground, so I'm not really thrilled about that. Okay, we've cleared 3 blocks. I saw a dude here. I see something moving. That's an explodey dude. Alright, that's no big deal. Almost completed my patrol of the base area, base perimeter. What we're looking for is a sink to drink out of. Oh, I guess I have to repair it first. I knew it was gonna break. I was ready for that. I think I got some bandages here and I can drop off some stuff while I'm at it. Hey there, don't you need any items or equipment? There's something very dope. Alright, so a bunch of branches, a bunch of this stuff. I think it's 20 each. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if this is 20 iron or less than that, but I know buying branches is 20. I don't know how to find this guy again. He just comes up to you in the first day. He says something about a theater at his lobby. But I don't know. We only have 58 silver. Oh wait, I guess there's just a little bit more money inside this chest, which I can grab. Heal up a little more. So I think we will go ahead and just, since I'm not entirely sure we'll keep this as a whole play series or not, we'll go ahead and buy some branches. Oh, that will cost me everything. Whoops. Kind of curious how much. Okay, why don't we just buy one of everything? How about that? We'll see. I have 53 chunks of iron. That brought me up to 20. So yeah, every one of these is a 20 piece. We've reached level. I guess we. What? Make this then. Once I get level 3, I can make an iron spear or something else. Now, each one of these takes a stone. So, it is kind of expensive to use a slingshot. But I guess it's better than getting infected. can't leave the store empty for too long. If you want to purchase something, just visit the theater on the city outskirts. It is now a safe house protected by a barrier. I don't know what any of that means. I think a barrier is something that you have to pay resources in order to drop, to lower, so you can reach it. I think that's what that means. Basically means then you gotta pay for permission to enter his store. Alright, we have, for the first day, cleared out all of the zones near our base. It doesn't mean that they're forever clear. In fact, zombies just emerge from the ground. But that was a very good first day. Let's see if there's anything I want. Do I have room for stuff? Not much. I should probably drop off some things then. We'll do crafting and stuff once it becomes night, which will be very short. For the time being, I don't know if sledgehammer's the right thing for this sofa. I'll take one of these houses and turn it into a base camp for my survivors, because I don't want them drinking my water bottles. I don't actually have a problem with the water bottles themselves. It's just when you're set. Do you think that? I think that's just the wall. Yeah, in this game, or like in many survival games, you have to spend resources to craft the bottle, but then you eat the bottle when you use it. Basically, I will have to. I'm using plastic. I'm consuming plastic is the way I interpret this. Okay, you don't actually have to spend indoors at. You don't have to spend the night indoors, but I will for the time being, only because I know it's very dark. So I've learned during my recording stuff that I might be able to see something, but it doesn't really come out well in recording. So let's go and we'll start now the crafting stuff. We'll start with a little flame. We put it. Actually, we'll put it here. That's fine. All right. We may not want to cook right away. I don't know if it keeps if it prolongs its freshness doing it that way, but I think we're just not going to cook right now. Okay, let's go and craft. Let's see here. We'll craft a forge. Now, the cool thing is you can rotate many things. So the arrows that's spinning, that does it automatically. But when I rotate with the R key, you can see that the oven has actually kind of moved, though the cursor and everything's in the way. Now we can, for example, I don't know how much to make. Let's see here. If I want 2 charcoal, okay, so why don't we go ahead and make, let's see, 40. Why don't we do 40? We're gonna go ahead and lock that so other survivors won't enter it and mess with it. I can't lock this chest though, so eventually I'll want to make my own crates. I'm gonna lock this too so I don't run all the way over here. And while we're at it, let's see here. Make an amenities table. A crate. Day 2. So that we can see what I'm doing. Another one. That looks good. Maybe some iron. Be done with this charcoal yet? No, but I think I've had enough. Drop down on the floor for a second, pop these in, grab my branches. Put all this in for now. We'll worry about sorting it out later. Probably should carry some stones with me though, for protection. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything I need. Let's go harvest a few more pieces of leather. I want to smash that though, so maybe we'll just leave that alone. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and go towards intelligence because I want to pay less for everything. Craft one item to place on the ground. I probably have enough iron. Achieve level 3 to demonstrate your talent. I've already achieved it. So, game, how are we going to do this? Guess that's fine, really. You're gonna make me wait till level 5? That's fine. And I'm out of stuff for a chest, but I can now make these things here. We'll hold off on that for a minute. But we probably should go ahead and get that, because I think I'm going to... it's not best, but just so for the purpose of the video, we're going to go ahead and initiate a zombie attack wave. I should probably... hold on, I should probably recover my stats first. That guy's gonna be whining about how hungry he is. Make a hammer. When you reach below... yeah, like right now I can no longer move quickly, I can't dodge. So. This. We'll eat this hardtack. It makes you thirsty. But since water is working right now, we don't have to worry too much about that. 67, 25, yeah, we're good. Didn't this used to be 2 meat? Either the game patched or this is a side effect of going intelligence. Normally it costs 2 meat to make 1 meat. Two regular meat to make 1 roast meat, essentially. Alright, I got slings on me. Let's go ahead and initiate this thing. Did I open the gates? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, come on. I want to initiate this for the video. All right, fine. We'll do this at 7 a.m. Jeez, dude. Alright, let's head back after I finish this node or deposit. And we'll go ahead and initiate it. So here we have 2 different choices. I don't have a silver coin to call for a helicopter, but we can deliver this broadcast, so we'll go and do that. He'll pay us 100 silver coins after the fact. Zombies will spawn as that's what the rustling is. Sounds like a bush is being moved. Check all the gates. Should be it. I don't think they spawn any more than that. Apparently they do. We can sort this out while it finishes the broadcast. Okay, so in this top chest, let's go ahead and put in things like plastic, stuff that might go in that furnace. Yes, we would put plastic in the furnace. And it's lower chest. And by the way, I opened that crafting menu just to get out of the menu, because if I hit escape now, you actually have to hit it twice for some reason. Well, now we can claim the reward. And now we can pay that. We have enough silver for that? Huh, I guess we do. Alright, so let's go and make a save, and if you'd like to see me continue this, please let me know. Thank you very much for watching Tran Plays Zelter. I'll see you next time.